And we design our heart that this seminar is going to be like a game changer to many people who are here. Because so far so good. IELTS still is looking as though it's going nowhere. So at least for the time being, it's like one of the major goalposts that several people who are anticipating to study and work abroad must score through. And we have been positioned as gatekeepers to ensure that this is achieved for everybody. So and once again, I want to welcome everybody. Thank you for taking your time to join us in the webinar. We appreciate everybody. We appreciate everyone. We may not have the opportunity of mentioning everybody name after name, but I've seen our wonderful speakers around. I've seen amazing personalities around. Thank you for coming around. So very fast, I'm not going to waste time. This is the flyer for the seminar. We're going to start by 6, and we started by 6, and we are going to see how we can just walk through it within 1 hour. So here's myself. I'm Akin Taiwo. I'm a UK certified education counselor. I'm also a traveling consultant, and you may call me a JAPIS. JAPIS in the sense that I specialize in jackpanning people. It's not human trafficking this time around. So, but we specialize in exporting brilliant minds and seeing to the fact that people who need there to find their destiny or find purpose outside the shores of Nigeria get their dreams realized. I have about 5 years of experience training hires and helping people achieve their aims and goals outside of the country, and I have over 12 years of experience teaching an education across different levels of educational bodies. Recently, I am privileged alongside our team in British Consult to be honored with a British Council Award as part of best performing partners in the whole country. I'm the lead strategist of British Consult with flourishing offices in 3 cities in Nigeria. So thank you. So I'm going to be walking us through. So here are the contents we shall be considering together. So the statistics. So I'm going to be showing us some amazing statistics about IELTS. Now, everything I'm going to be showing on this my slide, I reference it. I have a reference for it, and the reference is British Council. I have a link at the back of my slide to show authenticity and to show that everything we are saying has authority back up in it. Good. So statistics, the Big Bang, the silver lining, and 2 lifelines. Now, I'm a poet, so I play with words a lot. In fact, I'm in love of words. I was in church today and I was typing. I typed about 1,000 lines of poems while I was in church. So that's me. You are really going to have an amazing experience with me in this seminar. So let's go. So I'm going to be giving us statistics that are really alarming. But before I go, let me do something. Okay, let's see the first statistics. Now, in just the last 2 years, 2023 and 2024, this is the statistics from British Council as that 2 weeks ago. So this is very recent. So it's not like British Council 2015. No, this is British Council at all. If there's anything like that, 2025, as that the seminar we had just last 2 weeks at Lagos. Imagine we have just people having 8.5 and above. In all the test takers that had registered for IELTS in the last 2 years, we have just 2% having 8.5 and above. Did you see how alarming this is? 2% had 8.5 and above. People that had 8.0, that had, let's say, 5.0, let me go to the highest one. People that had like 6.0, between 6.0 and 7.0, they are just 16% of test takers ever. You have about 17% of test takers having 6.5. You have about 9% having 5.0. And you have about 8% having 5.0 too. Now, there's a typo there according to the listing. So, uh, one is supposed to be 6.0, the other one is supposed to be 5.0. Now, that means it's not even up to 1% that had 9.0. So that means people that even ever had 9.0 at all, they're not even up to 1% of the test takers at all. So if we had just 8.5 overall, 8.5 to just be 2% of test takers, and this statistics is not just in Nigeria, it's in Africa. Overall statistics in Africa, you have just 2% of people having 8.5. And if you are so much accustomed with working in Australia, working in Canada, working in UK, you will agree with me that, especially in Canada and Australia, you need to be somebody who can think of possibility of having 8.5 for you to have an headway in those places, especially in Australia. So that means you have just barely 1%, because this is 2% in the whole of Africa. So that means you have probably barely 0.5 or probably 1% of test seekers having 8.5 in Nigeria itself. And that's really something for us to think about in this webinar. You have just very few people having to make very high band score, and that's something that really calls for us to have this seminar and put our minds together. But very fast, let's just play a bit. Now, my next slide is going to shock everybody, and I really need you to pay attention. Now, you may unmute if let me say there's let me not say there's going to be a gift for this, but let me say I am going to give that person online handshake. Online handshake, if there's anything like that. Now, in the whole of Africa, who can guess the country that will have the highest, or that will have the best score as far as highest performance is concerned? Anybody? Is it going to be Ghana or Nigeria? You know, we are the giants of Africa. Yeah, Nigeria or Africa or Ghana or South Africa or Malaysia. Who can guess the country that is likely to have the highest performance or the best performance as far as passing IELTS is concerned? Anybody? You can unmute. So let's talk. It's a class. So let's just guess. Anybody? Mr. Joshua, I've seen you. Mr. Joshua, give me a shot, sir. Give this a shot. Anybody?
I guess India.
Somebody is saying something.
This is Kamaldeen. I guess India.
Okay, am I getting that right? Or can you just put it at the comment section? Someone is trying to say something. Okay, I think Mr. Kamal is trying to say something. Mr. Kamal, I can't hear you very well. What did you say, sir?
I said probably India. India.
Did you say India?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, yeah, I mean in Africa now. In Africa.
Okay.
In Africa, who can guess the best performing country in IELTS? Miss Charity Ebute, Mrs. Otunuga, can you give it a shot?
Nigerians.
What did you say?
I said Nigerians.
Nigeria. Oh, giant of Africa. No, we are not. We are not. We are not giants in this one. We are only giants in our population. You know, like it was amazing when I heard that. Was it Malawi or probably one African country? All of their population was just the whole of Lagos alone. So it's not in this sense again. It's not in this sense. So Nurse Abdul Karim, Sherif Ayomide, can you give it a try? Okay. Miss Blessing Wolabi, can you give it a try? Anybody? Okay. Nonsan, can you give it a try? A trier? Anybody? Okay, so okay, let's just go on. Let's just go on. So yeah, this is the answer. So which country has this now? It, Now this actually in the whole world. So I have this in the whole world. So which country has this now? So are we truly giants now? Are we giants by the statistics now? Look at Kenya. Kenya and Ghana had what 6.6. So are we giants now? So don't underestimate Nigeria. So but then we have Spain and Malaysia having 7.1. We have Italy having 7.0. We have Zimbabwe, Russia and France 6.9, Philippines 6.8, Kenya and Ghana 6.6, India 6.3, Vietnam 6.2, Japan and China 5.9. Oh, see those Chinko guys. So to burst your bubbles, we actually made it. Nigerians are actually intelligent. Maybe we just laugh ourselves. We're actually intelligent. We're actually intelligent now, and we are doing fine. So let's go from there. So we are not just only giants in populations. I think we have one of the best heads in Africa and beyond. So and we should give it to ourselves there. So Ghana is very close to us, and I think probably one reason why Nigeria has this this leading score, which is just about 0.1 ahead of Ghana and Kenya, is because of the volume. We have so much of candidates writing the IELTS in Nigeria than probably any other country in Africa rather. So, but before I go to my big bank, can anybody say something about this, like as regarding performance? Anybody from home? I've seen Dr. Adeboye Emmanuel, the CEO of AGI. Good evening, sir. So, can anybody say anything about this? Like anybody, like probably anything that is probably catching your attention, or probably coming to your mind. Anybody from home? You know, I said I'm a teacher, so I like teaching. I like getting feedback. Anybody from home? Anybody from home? Okay. Yeah, let me just drop something for us there. See, now what we have here is the average performance. So that means an average person that writes IELTS do not have 7.0, does not have, or would not likely make 7.0, an average person. That means if you pick, let's say you pick about 10 people, you may guess that at least not up to half of those 10 will have 7.0. So the average and the commonest performance that you have in our country is around 6.5, not even 7.0. So that means test takers, most test takers do not cross 7 band, but they cross 6.5. That's the meaning of this statistic. But in Spain and Malaysia, you have most of test takers having 7.1. But for 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 us in Nigeria, we have most of our test takers having ability to cross just 6.5. Only very few people are able or have been able to cross to 7. But we have many people who only stuck at 6.5. Nurses, doctors, you see people taking exams 5 times, 6 times, 7 times, 8 times. Now, Great Edu Consult has, over the years, period of 4 5 years now, challenged that status quo. We have helped countless. In fact, we have lost count of people. We have lost count of people that have made 7.0, 7.5. We have some people on this speed that are also product of Great Edu Consult. So, and above. So that means it's still possible. But on the larger scale, we still have Nigerians failing high as far as 7.0. So that's why this seminar is needed. It's needed because of the big bang announcement that I have on my next life. Now, it's no longer an announcement, it is paid news. Everybody knows this. So that means this news came not not as a shock to us as great educators because we have seen this ahead of time already. We have seen the people we have been proposing with um, British Council regarding this since last year. So it's not a shock to us, but a shock to many test takers and people who are outside of the market. But we are partners with British Council and IBC directly. So we know things ahead of every and any other diplomat Harry. So this is the announcement that has been shaking the table for many Nigerians. Why? Because if not until about 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago, most exams in Nigeria are taking paper based. So you have several people that would be having challenge with this announcement. So and before I show you my next slide, you have just uh, last month, one of our nurses, she's been doing brilliantly in her paper preparation, and one day I just said, since you have come to practice and we do not have paper materials with us, you have exhausted all our paper materials. Okay, let me give you an hard um, materials online to practice with. So that means I gave her CBT. Somebody that has been having 30 and 30 above, like 35, 34 in her listening. When she tried listening on that CBT platform, she had I think around 20, 20. Like her band score decreased drastically. She was having 7.0, 7.5. In that test, she had just 6.0. That gives you a picture of the accompanying challenge that most Nigerians will have when it comes to acclimatizing and getting their balance with the CBT platform. And this seminar will be providing solution to that. Good. So that's British Council for you, and it's been taking it's taking effect already. So there's no going back. There's no going back at all. So now, for those who want to still take paper tests, these are just the available paper tests that you have in Nigeria for the month of May. You still have one in April in about or in about 4 days for paper in Ibadan, Lagos, and every other state. It has stopped. Paper tests has stopped in other states already, like say Kwara State and some other states. But you have it in few states. So for those ones who still take paper, you could still book paper with us. We could help you book your IELTS across any part of the world, any part in Nigeria. We could help you. We can help you with that as and our booking is free of charge. So that means if you want to book your exam, we don't need to go through the stress of booking it. We can help you book it. And one joyful thing about booking exam with us is this: when you have any issues with your exam, we can easily sort that out for you with a call. Somebody made a mistake with her exam, and she sent email to the exam body, and the exam body told her that no, they cannot rectify that mistake. But we called on our behalf and we got a yes. So that is one of the key reasons why you should book with Grace Edu Consult, and our booking is free of charge for exam anywhere in Nigeria. You just only need to pay your exam fee. We will do the booking, the stress of the internet and everything for you, and you can be sure that we can always help you and do all of the issues with it. And when you have issues, like we've had people that we've had candidates that will take exam and the result will not come out in the normal time others have received their results. We've had such strange experiences. So it's always easy for us to just talk with the people who are there at the ICT, talk with people who are there at the exam operations and get stuff out from them directly. The glory of God, we have several contacts on our phones that just a die we get to talk with British Council directly, we get to talk with IDP, I mean the OSIS directly. So that's just like a side benefit. Now, for people that still want to do paper test and you have not prepared for CBT, these are your last chances for me. So I go to my next slide. Now, We have a silver lining under the cloud. No, sometimes when we have clouds, we feel like, oh, this this cloud is going to come with rain, it's going to come with what? But for every cloud, there's always a silver lining. There's always something beautiful, something excellent, something you can leverage on for every change that's come um to anything you are doing. There's always something that you can always leverage on. So before I go to the changes for the benefits, as you can see now, let me just go to this benefit first and then say one other two things. Now, one benefit that you have for your highest CBT, now going CBT like fully now, is the fact that you get to receive your test score sometimes under 24 hours. We have seen people that wrote exam Sunday and got it Monday. Amazing speed, amazing speed. Yeah, unlike the way it used to be before, 14 days, now you get it just within a day, 24 hours. Then also, you normally, if you want to book the paper test, you need at least 3 to 5 days of confirmation before your test would be apportioned and before you will get a confirmation number and your candidate number. But with CBT, you get your confirmation within a day to two. In fact, last week, we still booked for a candidate that would do our exam on Wednesday. We we booked and paid for her on Tuesday, and she did the exam the next day. So that tells you of the speed of booking, but you may not want to try that from your hand. So we could do that because we are partners. We don't use the general site. We have our own portal. So we have the Grace Edu portal where we book all candidates nationwide. So that really helps us. Now, let me drop this again. That is possible because uh, we could probably talk to some people and please help us accelerate this booking, this relation, and then it will be done for us. Good. So then you have more test dates, access more frequent test dates. So now this is very paramount for CBT. Online paper, the best volume of paper tests we could have in a month is, let's say, like 4, 5, max 5, 6 in a month, 5, 6, 7 in a month, and that's always in places like Lagos. But CBT, you could have as much as 15 tests in a month, as much as sometimes even, let's just put it into a range of 10 to 15 test opportunities in a month, depending on the city. But most likely, you have about 10 to 12 in Lagos, Abuja. But for Ibadan, you may still have like 2, 3, though it's going to be increased now that we have switched to CBT. We have more test days, like 3, 4, 5, even in Ibadan, or 6, 7, 8, 10 in Ibadan. It's going to be increased more. But you have more of those test days at Lagos and Abuja and Port Harcourt. But it's going to be increased for Ibadan and other states very soon. So then, one skill retake, which is only available on computer test. Yeah, this this has been before, and this is really something that I want us to pay attention to. It's one thing that's really the joker for us. That is joker for anybody. Like, it's the good news for the CBT. The CBT gives you with the opportunity of retaking just one set, just a part of your exam. So that means if I fail my speaking, I could just go and do speaking alone within 60 days, within just 60 days of my IELTS exam. I could just take just that alone. Now, I have some other stuff I'm going to share with us regarding this. But for now, uh, let me just keep some information of the question time. So these are amazing benefits that you have for the CBT IELTS, for the CBT IELTS. And maybe let me add one from my experience as an IELTS expert. Now, one more advantage that I think CBT also holds to us is this: for people that need that always have to travel uh, from state to state to take their IELTS, you now have the opportunity of taking the exam just one day. In previous times, people needed to probably take 2 days, 3 days, 4 days before taking the exam. But this time around, you don't need to take that long before you uh, do your exam. You just need to just within a very short brief of time uh, do your exam that day. You have the listening, reading, writing in the morning. Then you have your speaking that same day, and you can travel to anywhere you are going that same day and get your results probably the next day or within 2 days from that time. So that is really very flexible. So that's a lot of flexibility. So that means if I'm a doctor and I'm very busy, I could just bump in, bump out, like drive in, drive out, take my test, and then just come in again. Good. So let me move to the next slide. Before I move to the next slide, I'm getting some sound from the page. So if you're not muted, please help us mute. If you're not muted, so please you may want to mute. Okay, this somebody's not muted. So we're not muted, so that's good. So let's go back again. Good. So that's for the IELTS exam. So good. Now I need to drop this very important brief for us. Now this no, Great Edu also partners with IBC at the time. We also partner with British Council, and we've been doing amazing well with these two bodies. Now, as I introduce this platform to us, this is necessary because of the challenges that CBT will be coming with for average Nigerian test takers. Now, as I cited the example of a nurse that was having like 35, 34 over 40, and I tested her because we are field workers, we are there, our hands are soiled, we're not just out there making money from the exam, we are there, our hands are soiled with trying to help people achieve their band score. We have had to weep with people, we've had to jubilate with people over and over in the last 5 years. So we actually know what people are going through as regarding this exam. So it's a passion, it's a calling. It's not before it has become a business to us at Great Edu Consult. Now, one of those many challenges is navigating balance, navigating psychomotive balance when it comes to IELTS. You know, there are three domains of information acquisition or learning. There is the cognitive, there is the affective, then there's the psychomotor. Now, the psychomotor talks about how you coordinate your hand with your sense, how you coordinate your hand with your brain. Now, people are going to be having so much issue with the psychomotor, with the psychomotive domain of their mind, in which they know what to write. That is in their mind, in their central nervous system. They have the answer, they have gotten the answer, but coordinating it with their fingers within the limited time will be something that many people will need to master. Like, will be a challenge that many people might need to master over days, over a month before taking the exam. And as simple as mastering your motor system and your sight, it can cause a very big problem to students in the exam. I've seen it practically with somebody passing paper, and she went like almost 3 bands lower by just giving her a CBC test. So the highest ready premium and the highest ready member are two lifelines to help you overcome these difficulties, to help you overcome these challenges. Now, I have navigated several platforms. I've seen several CBT platforms by people, made by people. Some are free, some are paid. I've seen several. Now, but British Council came with a top-notch approach. Like, they came with a top-notch system. They came with a top-notch programming package that you may not be able to find elsewhere. You may not be able to find what they have put on that platform elsewhere. It's not just about the excellence of that site. Like, if you open the site, it's excellent. it is excellent, like superb, like it's a state of the art programming product. When you enter the highest ready premium and the highest ready member, I have not personally seen something like it with 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 any platform. So far so good. So that's why, as British Council, as Great Edu Consult, in partnership with British Council IDP, I'm personally excited to unveil this to several people, because we still have test takers over the period of a year plus that have not discovered these two platforms. They don't even know that they exist. They don't know these two platforms exist. And uh, in my privileged meeting last month, I was privileged to meet the British Council country director, and had a, and over the Zoom meeting with somebody who happens to be like the IELTS coordinator worldwide, exam operation, under exam operation. The guy is in UK. So he himself they signed IELTS premium and IELTS ready member. So it's a wonderful site. I have explored it myself. I say, no, wow, 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 wow. So if you're somebody that you are like a do-it-yourself person, this is what you should just go for. So it, it doesn't send people like us out of business. No, it doesn't send us out of, because we see it as this platform complementing what we are doing. It's only complementing our efforts. It's complementing us, because the goal is not money for us. The goal is getting people to their goal post, to their definite goal post. So you have the highest ready premium and the highest ready member. Now, so let me just drop the difference between the highest ready premium and the highest ready member. Now, this is the highest ready member. This is free for everyone. That, like, everybody can access this ready member. All you need to do is to just sign up with British Council. I will drop a link for us after um the webinar on this Telegram. You can always sign in and log in, have access to ready member. Now, this ready member, I will say something about it later. It's free, like completely free of charge. Is free of charge. Then you have the IELTS Ready Premium too. Now, the IELTS Ready member is for somebody. Now, let me start again. The IELTS Ready member is free of charge. IELTS Ready Premium is also free of charge. The two are free of charge. Now, but IELTS Ready member is for people who have not planned to take exam yet. You have not planned to take your exam yet. You want to just practice, familiarize and understand the system of the exam, and get yourself warmed up towards the exam. So I will say, give us the details and the things you have inside of it. Then you now have the highest ready premium. This one is when you are really set for the exam. Probably you are looking at your exam, let's say you are smelling that probably I could do it in the next 1 month, in the next 2 months, I want to do it in the next 3 months. You have a date in view already. Then you can always unlock your highest ready premium when you register with us via British Council. So all you need is to, once you have paid for your test and we have registered you on our platform, you automatically have access to your highest ready premium. But even if you don't have the money yet, you can still go into the highest ready member. And still go into the highest ready member and have access to practice, have access to learn, have access to read, have access to countless of materials, both video, audio, and practice tests on this IELTS ready member. However, it's limited, but not like limited as not sufficient. At least there are still a lot there is. Let me show you what you have there. There's about 12 videos on each of the skills, and then you have access to some practice questions that will be okay for you if you are still warming up for the exam. But when you are ready for the exam and you are seeing it about a month ahead, about 2 months ahead, then your highest ready premium is your go-to. Is your go-to. You don't want to miss the highest ready premium. So that's good for that. So let's go a bit. So now, before I go to the IELTS ready payment and just give some stuff about it. Now, the IELTS ready member is free of charge, premium too free of. In fact, the average cost of premium package for IELTS is about 60 to 80 pounds. Is about 60 to 80 pounds normally, like if it's supposed to be sold. So, and imagine 60 to 80 pounds in our money now. That means you are paying about 120,000, 150,000 naira to get that premium package. Now add 150,000 naira plus your CBT test. Your CBT test in Nigeria is 266, 266 plus 120,000. That's already a lot. That's already a lot. That's about 380 plus. That's about yes, 380 or so. So that's so much money, so much. So that means for the exam alone, somebody can be spending close to 400,000 naira on it. But British Council is generous enough to ensure that the IX premium, though having a worth of about 150 to 200,000 naira, is given to you as a complimentary gift. Just as I said, all you just need is just, so once you register, you have it, you have it, you have it. So, but then you now have other benefits of registering to us. For example, one benefit of registering to us is discount, like discount promo. Last year, why people were booking the exam for 277 all over the country, we're still booking for 20,000 naira less than that. At some point, we booked for 25,000 naira less than the normal fee. While people were paying like 277, our candidates and students were just paying about 200 and 220. No, sorry, about 250 something. Yeah, when others were paying 277. Why? Because of the privilege partnership that we have with IELTS. So we have discounted promos. All of those things come by us over and over. And when we have it, we use it to the advantage of our students and our test takers. So you don't even need to be our student to have access to promo and discount when we have them. So when you just register with us, we give you your discount, we give you your promo and free of charge, your registration to free of charge. Good. The high ready premium now, unveiling the guy, master guy. Like you just need to just go and explore this platform. Like it's gonna wow you. It's gonna wow you. Like you you're not going to see two of these or not as of today. Oh, at least I've explored so far. I've not seen two two I've not seen another platform that I could say could be close to what British Council are done in standard. And that is what I've known British Council for. Standard, standard, standard. They are top when it comes to standard. It's like the website is seamless, like it's a seamless learning system, and you don't want to miss out of that. So it gives opportunity for personalized learning. Imagine you you are on a platform, and the platform understands who you are. Like that's crazy. Like that is crazily exciting. Like the platform understands who you are and is able to tailor the coaching or the lessons to your individuality. Why is that? Kudos to the artificial intelligence on that platform that helps you to that that recognize the test taker and helps you to navigate that platform. So there's an AI on that page that's just like a plus for you that that over time might understand the way you think and who you are as a student. So that there's so much flexibility. Yeah. So it adapts to your individual strength and weakness and helps you to improve on specific language areas. So that means if you use this platform for like a day or two, the artificial intelligence there will have distilled out your weakness, will have distilled out the areas that you need to work on before your exam. And if you throw it at your face that guy, this. So then you have the expert guidance there. So you have it now because it's been made by seasoned language professional. Now, don't forget that British Council is the proud owner of IELTS. Like British Council boasts to be the owner of of IELTS worldwide. Now, they have brought in their best head to create this website or this application for test users. So that then you have complete skill enhancement. Yeah, your listening, reading, writing, speaking can be enhanced. Yeah, and you have comprehensive content that helps you to excel there. You have mock exams for confidence there over and over. Then you have your flexible learning. Yeah, flexible learning is there. Flexible learning is there. Your reward skills. Then you have your progress tracking. I like this part when I saw it. There's there's an opening, there's a portal or like a mini avatar inside that learning system that gives you a tracking. And the tracking is not just like your score, that this is your score. No, no, it's not just giving score. It's giving you a progression, like it's giving you a statistics. It, it's giving you more uh, like a record to track your progress and the statistics of what you are hitting over the period of your practice on the site. So if I still have time, I will log into the site and you're going to see this amazing package. Yeah. So career advancement, obviously, strong language skills that you have developed using that app is going to seriously help you, going to seriously equip you for to have communication ability that will teach you up for amazing opportunity in the global stage. Now, on that same platform, there there's just like how do I explain it? There's another sub sub blog or probably like a blog or more like it's not a, it's more than a blog because it's quite robust. There is another system inside that bigger website that teaches you English language on itself. So, as I said, if you are somebody who get it yourself person, do it myself person, this is going to really help you. And we have done this over and over. At the fear of being put out of business, we don't have any fear of being put out of business because we know that when you help people find their way, you automatically get your own way. That's how life works. Good. So, having said that, before I go to the next slide, now all of these are artificial intelligence helping you to navigate, helping you to understand the platform. Now, we as experts hire, we start with the international director of operations worldwide who created this site. And as business moguls, we asked that question last week. We said, sir, hope this this baby won't put us out of business. That was the big question that we asked. That I said, hope this baby won't put us out of business because it seems to be like having everything. Now, your guess is as close to mine. It's no. It's no. Just as artificial intelligence would never replace the conventional classroom teacher. So that means one way or the other, many people, yeah, let me say several people will still need the guidance of an high expert to distill the suggestions to help them to condense and interpret what the artificial intelligence, what the almighty eye premium had suggested, had given to them, or the diagnosis and the assessment from that platform. Many people will still need an eye expert to help them adapt it, to help them chew it and regurgitate it into their mouth and say, see, this complex phenomenon that you see on your system as your assessment, this is how to go about it. This is the next thing to do. And it, to me, it's a nexus of human and machine. It's a nexus of human intelligence and artificial intelligence. That's why I project as as an educational prophet that the result for IELTS is going to be breaking the tables in few in just few months from now. I project that if we are going to be having another statistics by 2025 and attending the national meeting, I'm sure that Nigeria has 6.7 now. By just in just few months from now, probably like in the of 6 months, I see Nigerians crossing the boundary of 7.0. Why? Because there's going to be this sweet and brilliant nexus, the nexus that that converges the wisdom of the class teacher and the dexterity of the robotics inside the high taker. It's going to be an amazing, like an amazing performance, and I see it happening, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited at this possibility. So that means the Ready Premium, as brilliant, as amazing as it is, the Ready member, as powerful as it is, will still give room. Yeah, still has room for the input of an high teacher, and we are there to actually stand by your side. We are there to help you make that nexus complete. Now, this is the British Council director in the middle, and to our side uh, is the exams, like the director of exams internationally. Yeah, so I could share their names much later. And then you have Mr. Kionla, then you have Mr. Samuel Sama, yes. So and then other top executives and big players of the industry of British Council in Nigeria. So anything about British Council goes around this personality. So and I'm privileged to be part of this picture. So let's go on. So before the Ready Premium is a bit bulky to open. Like I don't mean bulky like slow. So I could still open it to just show us some sneak peek. But before I go to that, if you still have the time to do that, do I have questions? Because after this seminar, I promise us two things. Number one, I'm going to be sharing two links for us. Now, I've done a lot of research about hive. I recall about 4 5 years ago, I used to stay sleepless night over night, meditating and thinking on IELTS. Like my heart, my 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 body will be lying sleeplessly over days upon days, just thinking of how to get people past IELTS. I never know God is going to expand us to the point of winning national awards when like where we have big players, about just 7 people in the whole of the country. But let's keep that for another time. So do I have any question with anybody from anybody on the page? Questions as regarding where we are going, and what this holds for us. Then I will share. I will give two gifts. I will talk about my two gifts, and then yeah. But let's take questions for them. The two gifts, and probably I will see if I can show us the Ready Premium. So if possible, if not possible, close the seminar. So thank you. Do I have any questions so far? So good.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Thank you very much for the enlightenment. I want to ask, I'm speaking from Akure in Ondo State. So I want to ask concerning the one take premium, one retake in IELTS.
Okay.
So with
Okay.
this latest development, is it also allowed that individual, probably they are taking the exam once or CBT test taker, register per test? Probably the person has issue with two modules. Can the person register one at a time, or the person will have to register the two at the same time. Then for someone that is just coming in as CBT test taker, can the person register maybe three at once and one later? Is it allowed?
Now, for the moment, what is obtainable with IELTS now is you can only take one skill, not two skills. Do you get it? What is obtainable now is that you can take just one skill retake, not two skill retake. So that means if a candidate fails reading and writing, you cannot retake both reading and writing and say, like let me retake reading now, then again I will take writing. No, you can only retake one. So that means they have just given you the allowance of failing just one, not two. Is that okay? So then also, if you want to book a test newly, if you are booking ISS test newly, you can only book the four. You cannot book in B. You can't book like three and then do one later. No, you can only book all of the four once. The only people that can book one or retake one are people that have done the CBT before, and your test date is still within 60 days of your result. It's still within 2 months of your result. Then you could take a one skill retake, and it has to be one, not two. So now, and it's not even economical to take two. You know why? Because the cost of taking one retake is about half of the exam fee. You understand? So if you are taking one at first, then take another one at first, they are you will end up paying, if not more than the exam fee for just taking the two. So you get, because if you are taking just one, you are paying about half of the exam fee for just taking one. So you get so it's only one that you can take for now. Now, over the time, British Council and with IDP are working um, assiduously to see how IELTS will become more robust, more friendly to everybody worldwide. So I want to believe that there will still come a time that IELTS, just like Duolingo, will be taken from home. Because we have tests like Oxford ELLC, Duolingo, GRE, and some other proficiency tests like that are taken from home. So that means IELTS might come to a point of giving such liberty. But for now, you could take one retake and not two module retake.
Benjamin, bring the water for
Have
me.
I communicated with you?
I want to ask a question. Can I ask?
Yeah, please go on.
My question is there still paper based in other countries? I'm just wondering, why is it that it's only Nigeria that want to be doing computer based only, or is it like that in other countries too? Or it's because of cheating, maybe they are cheating, that's why they want to change it from paper based computer only, because they don't trust Nigerians.
Uh, not so, sir. Now, I think we have I have Dr. Ima on the page. Dr. Ima, uh, I'm sure as the last time I checked, in places like UK, several, in fact, most of the centers in UK are, are CBT based. So Nigerians are just getting to where other people have gotten to long time ago. So this transition is not just about Nigeria alone. Sure, you get that. So it's a world transition and it's coming to Africa. It has been instituted in places like UK, I think US, other countries. So it's not just about Nigeria, it's Africa wide, and it's a transition. And the transition, sir, if I may just give you this, it's not because of cheating. Now we heard about the OET stuff. Like, you remember the OET stuff last 2 years of some people cheating, and then it was now made it was turned to CBT. No, IELTS has a different narrative for making it CBT. It's because of the cost. You will notice that as that today, doing paper tests in Nigeria is more expensive compared to CBT. Paper is 277, CBT is 266. Why is that? Is the cost of conducting the exam is humongous. Why? Because of the facilitations, because of several logistics that needed to be in place to host an exam in a test center. So, and most of these exams, many of those exams take place in top-notch facilities like hotels. So, British Council get to spend a lot of money hosting the paper exam, sending invigilators, carrying paper, transportation issues, logistics, marking, examiners. So it's going to be a lot of cost settling all of the logistics that comes to paper examination. And there has been so much noise. This exam has jumped from 83,000, in fact, 75,000 in the last 5 years. It jumped from 75, it has climbed up to almost 300,000 naira, to 277,000. So it's only logical for IELTS, if it's going to still remain people's premium exam, it's only logical for them to work at getting something that will help them to stabilize the business. If you see something like TOEFL now, TOEFL has for several times since I've known TOEFL PT, they have always been CBT. So I guess economically speaking, IELTS needed to toe this line because it needed to be a market pari passu with likes of PT and TOEFL. Else, those guys might knock out of business. Sure, you get because of the exam fee. TOEFL as a last check before they change their own prices too. We were see about 175 last year. 175. Imagine 175 last year to IELTS of 277. So that means if people have choices of doing exams, they will go for what? For TOEFL. So it's just economics. So, and it's not just about Nigeria, it's a global change. Have I answered you, sir?
Thank you. Thank
So,
you.
do you have any other question regarding the changes before I share my two gifts and probably move forward? Okay, good.
Hello.
So,
Hello.
hello. Yeah, good evening, Lord Raphael.
Good evening. My name is Raphael. Thank you so much for the insight information that you've been sharing this morning. So I just want to ask the question regarding the. Sorry about my background. So I want to ask the question regarding the flow. In case of any failure, how to retake and when one can retake a test if you fail a particular test.
Yeah, if you fail a particular test, you can retake it as soon as possible, but within 60 days. If you don't book the one module that you fail within 50 days, you will forfeit the opportunity of the one to retake. So it has to be retaken as soon as possible within a 60 days lacuna. Have I answered you, sir?
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. So thank you. So any other question? Do I have question on the chat box? Let me go and see the chat box if there's anything on the chat box for us to be sure. Okay. Let me
Good
okay,
evening.
there's no okay, good evening.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir, for the enlightenment, sir.
Yes, you're welcome.
Please, I want to ask that with the price of the cost of the CBT IELTS, we the price reduced from the normal written one.
Yes, yes. As at now, the CBT is about 11,000 um lower compared to the price of the paper. So the CBT is 266, paper is 277.
Okay, sir. Thank
Yes,
you,
sir.
sir.
Yes, you're welcome. So good. Okay. So I saw Miss Oluwafunsho Akinfela talking. I think she was okay. Okay, she's having network issues. If you have network issues, you can drop your question as a chat for us on the page, on the Telegram page. I will attend to it. So now the two gifts. I now if you notice the highest reading question, if you have been practicing highest reading and highest general, the the highest reading is the most technical of the module. Is let me say arguably very technical one or probably tough one. But there's something that has been helping students, and that is when they meet passages that they can relate with. When students meet passages that they it looks a bit familiar to them, there's a sense of rest, there's a sense of friendliness, there's a sense of confidence that dawns upon their mind and give them an edge to passing such as that. We've had that over and over with our students. We've taken close to 5,000 uh, student test takers, and we have seen that when they come back to say, "Oh, I have practiced something like that before. I have heard about that passage before. I've seen something similar like into it in Cambridge before." Many of them come out very well in such tests. So from the same British Council archive, there is uh, there's a platform from which British Council or let me say IELTS take most of their passages like excerpts where you would likely see excerpts of their passages. Yeah. So and also excerpts of some of their listening recording. So I'm going to be dropping the link. I'll be dropping the link on the page. I am going to be dropping the link on the page. Yeah, I'll be dropping the link on the page for us to just go through, check. So if you're preparing for the exam, the link will be of help for you to understand critical, at least to get yourself familiar to the kind of passages you might be making in the exam. And you may be fortunate to have read part of the articles from which the excerpt have been taken from. So that's very good. And then yeah, so I will drop two of those common sites, or let me say uncommon sites that most people may not know. So I will drop them on the page. So on your own, at your leisure, you can just read through the site, read amazing articles there, get familiar with them alongside your study. That's one. Then two, British Council has a brochure. It's a study and work abroad brochure. They have one. They have for all of the three countries, like all of the three major countries of the world that people um I like they have for Canada, they have for UK, and they have for United States, and I think they have for Australia too. It's like a compendium of or like a guide where you will see how to go about or how to approach studying in UK, Australia, probably how to approach work or relocation to UK, Australia, Canada, US. So as at this night, uh, I have spotted uh, for Canada for us. Yes, yes, I have within Canada study and their brochure for Canada work. So I'll be sharing it on the page too for everybody that attended this seminar. So and in the week I'll be generous again to intentionally help us out for Australia, for US, and for UK, so that if you have any of these countries in your mind, you can always take your time with those materials and um have an authoritative instruction and guideline as regarding those destinations. So that's for my side. Let me minimize and check the high premium for us and see if if I can still access it for us because of time. It can be very very uh, so let me cancel and just go here. So yeah, So as you can see, so once you log in, this is somebody's platform now. Um, Platform. Once you log in into your IELTS, you will see these two things that will greet you right away to greet you. So once you, I will drop the login for these two on the page too. So you can log in, put in your email there. So when you're ready to take your test, you can always let us know. But for now, you can practice with the IELTS Ready member. So this one is free for you. You can practice to any extent. So this second one is free. You can access their recording, go through materials, go through video classes, or even practice to a limited extent there. So, but when you're now ready for your test and you have booked the exam through us, because you will need your reference number, so then you can access the IELTS Ready Premium via this same platform where you are. So if you put in your details there, this is how your page look like. See, is this not brilliant? This is very brilliant. So this is how your IELTS Ready Premium is. You can see there's the home. We are in the home. There's the study, there's practice, there's classes, and there's history. So is that the history that you have your like your progress. So you have progresses of your practice and you have progresses of your mock test. So for all of the modules, then you have your classes. And now something amazing about these classes is that these classes are live classes that that you can join to master IELTS. Like can join those. So they're not just recorded ones, they are live classes. So they will really help you to be in good shape towards the exam. Then you have the practice. Can you see the practice? The practice open the speaking, the listening, the writing, the reading for you straight off. And you have unlimited access. Yeah. So you can practice with the speaking, with the listening, with the writing, and the reading to any extent. Yeah. So and you really find it amazing. So then if you want to also study too, you could study full courses here. Then you have your home. The home too is actually where you have where where you can navigate to any extent that you want to go. So this is it's very simple to open, very seamless. So these are the classes. You can always go through all of these classes, marking criteria, grammar advancement, underlining vocabulary, grammar future, different ones. So and then you have the app AI too, ready to help you through the platform. So that's that for this meeting. So if you want to still know more about the High Ready Premium, you can always contact us. So, but finally, do I have just one more question as I wrap up the meeting? It's already an hour. Okay, thank you. So if there's no question, I think it, it's a good um time for us to call it a day. So thank you for joining our meeting. We so much appreciate you. So this is Great Edu Consult. Once again, we are here to serve you and to see that your dream for relocation, for studying abroad, or for working abroad, as the case may be, comes to pass. So, and we do also pray for you that we will not taste the 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 bitter pill of um, several bad agents outside there. So we're asking that God will guide you through your ways and through your endeavors ahead. So we are always ready for you to get top-notch information, guidance regarding anything that has to do with international opportunities. Thank you once again. My name is Akin Bumi Taiwo. See you another time. Bye.
Thank you too. Bye.
You're so welcome.